Run it. This one are the hit, yo. Lady Sarojini. Bless up everyone. This is Jordan Ben from Jamaica here representing for the host, Lady Sarojini with the Caribbean Connection Show. Hey, Power 93.5 FM CHMR 11. I'm not a criminal, so get on your searching. But let me tell you though, if you never know, I'm an island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in my bag.
Hi, this is Vinod from New York City, and you're listening to Sarojini on the Caribbean Connections.
Like a Lego, yeah. Your bumper is a magnet. I stick on like a magnet.
Yeah, it's magnetic. Join Sarojini on Caribbean Connections, Thursdays at 1. Walk through the sands with poetry from our great leaders and academics. Jive with us to soca, reggae, chutney, and calypso. Get your current cricket results, meet special guests, and more. Every Thursday, 11:30 Eastern, 1 p.m. Newfoundland time.
Baby, I'm magnetic. That thing just sticking on me.
Hello, my beautiful people. Oh my gosh, welcome to this special live version of Caribbean Connections. Oh my goodness. I want to thank you all for tapping in today here. And yes, we are coming live to you here. You know, sometimes, as you guys know, life gets very busy. And we can't always be here live, but there's always a program queued up for you. So there's always something to keep you all very busy. And here in Caribbean Connections, my name is Sarojini, and I am the host of this awesome show. Well, guys, I want to tell y'all we're in our 7th year. Can you believe that? And at the beginning of December here, we're going to be entering our 8th year. I just can't believe it. It seems like just the other day I was talking to Rhea and my wonderful, beautiful, talented, brilliant daughter Renata is the one that made the connections when she was on Mansu Executive. So I'm just very honored that I was able to connect and be here and doing this great show, bringing to you Caribbean music, culture, poetry, cricket news, also little excerpts from books written by well-known Caribbean authors living right here in Canada, and some, of course, in the Caribbean and abroad. So I hope that you guys are having a wonderful time listening to the program. It really means a lot to me. But before we go any further, my beautiful people, let's welcome you all listening here on the island of Newfoundland and Labrador, in Toronto, in Regina, Saskatoon, Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver, Maple Ridge, and on the Sunshine Coast, in beautiful British Columbia, crossing over to New York, Connecticut, Washington, D.C., Texas, California, and even going further to New Delhi, India, Berlin, Germany, Egypt, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, the Netherlands, Ghana, and to my brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. What's happening, y'all in Guyana? Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Kitts and the Nevis, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Barbados, Belize, the Bahamas, and to all of you whom I haven't mentioned, listen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all know we love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sarojini, and I want to bring to you everything Caribbean. And we have a little surprise in the studio today, but you're going to have to hang on, and I'll tell you when we get back. But let's open up today's segment with Super Heavy, and this is Miracle Worker.
Now this one reaching out to all the lovers who might be thinking of breaking up, or maybe even making up. Check it!
I missed a part of you I can't get back.
Don't be a silly Millie, I'm always here for you, through the thick and thin, not just because we argue.
See, I wanted to be true, but I can't do that.
Why not what's stopping you? Don't be preposterous. I've got a lot of love, not just a lot of lust.
If I only were so full, I'd be loved back.
Well, that's your own opinion, and you're entitled to it. I'd be lost in oblivion if we don't go through it.
There's nothing wrong with you. I can't fix. I'm coming running with my little bag of tricks. And an emergency, I'm very well prepared. My scalpel, mask, and gloves don't ever get too scared.
Ooh, you're a miracle worker. Ooh, you're the surgeon of
For all
love.
my medical condition,
Ooh, pave my way to fix me up, and I promise I'll be back again. You work your miracles on me. Your melody was fresh, it touched my soul. Ooh.
invigorating and refreshing and interesting, and it feel like
My heart was drowning in stress, but you brought out the best in me.
and the way you make me feel, I have to wonder if I realize.
My love and laser will regenerate your heart. No need for anesthetics. I go check your charts. Well, we'll shape you, recast you from the mold. A brand new, beautiful woman will blossom from the old.
Ooh, you're a miracle worker. Yes, you are. Ooh, you're the surgeon of love.
My medical condition,
Ooh, pave my way to fix me up. And I promise I'll be back again if you work your miracles on me.
oh, sorry,
Ooh, you're a miracle worker. Yeah. Ooh, you're the surgeon of love.
my medical condition.
Ooh, pave the way to fix me up, and I promise I'll be back again if you work your miracles on me.
Bet you never would believe that you're there. Damian Marley, Dave Stewart, A.R. Rahman, Mick Jagger, Josh Stone, in a rubber dub version. Imagine. I mean, think about it. Reaching out to all the lovers. Pick up yourselves. And I'm Brother Gang Marley, by the way.
Work your miracles on me. because of me. He's happy, I want the world to see. We're living ever happily. Yeah. I'm wondering honestly, how could you not see that we are in love? How could you be talking to talk that stuff? After all this time now your feelings tough. But don't hate on us. Looks like you need a lot like us, then you would know how it feels. Looks like you need a lot like us, you need some happiness still. Looks like you need a lot like us, you need some happiness for real. Looks like you need a lot like us, you need some happiness still. You need a love like our, yeah. Love like us. You need a love like our, yeah. Don't hate on us.
She's smiling, all because of I, yeah. Yours truly keeps us smiling. Hey, you know you had your chance to love her. It's not my fault. They say love is a gamble. Well, you lost. How could you not love all the way we live? Trying to break everything we built, but can't stop a love so chill. Don't hate on us, no.
Looks like you need a lot like us, then you would know how it feels. Looks like you need a lot like us, you need some happiness still. Looks like you need a lot like us, you need some happiness for real. Looks like you need a lot like us.
Don't hate on us,
you need a love like our, yeah. Love like us. You need a love like our, yeah.
my girlfriend better than you. When they can't understand it, I know they really can't stand it. She give me love in the morning and in the evening, anytime it can happen. Love is a vibe. Oh, you should have me feeling alive, girl, and we don't have to try. That's why I love her.
That's why I love her. A lot like us, then you would know how it feels. Looks like you need a lot like us, you need some happiness still. Looks like you need a lot like us, you need some happiness for real. Looks like you need a lot like us. Don't hate on us, you need a love like our, yeah. Love like us, you need a love like our, yeah. Don't hate on us, That's Love Like Ours by the one and only Taurus Riley and Allison Hines. One of my favorite guys. You know, that song will never get old. But listen, more importantly, I've got a beautiful, smart young lady in the studio here, and this is all impromptu, guys, okay? Understand, y'all. This wasn't planned or anything. But I said, you know what, Alexandria, come into the studio of CHMR on Caribbean Connections and let's just talk a little bit, you know, shoot the breeze, talk about what you've studied, your experiences. So for, you know, students listening out there, this could be very beneficial, or anyone sort of contemplating what to do. So Alexandria, welcome to Caribbean Connections.
Hi, Sarojini. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. But, you know, we kind of make, when I come to the studios, we make it a little tradition of ours. We get a latte or something else and we sit down and we talk. But today I said, come on in. Let's talk about what you've studied. How did it go for you? So, Alexandra, I know you don't have a lot of time. You're going to have to go on to a meeting. So tell me, what did you study and how did you find the program?
I actually studied my bachelor's in engineering at MUN, and I also did a master's in engineering at MUN, and I found the program very rewarding. I got to do multiple work terms in different countries, actually, with my co-op.
Oh my God, well, tell me, what countries did you go and how did you find it?
So I got to live in Hamburg, Germany. I was also in Munich, and I was also in London, England, but also in Canada. I was in Gatineau, Quebec as well. But I got a lot of different experiences and friends that I've made in all these different places that I am in touch with to this day, even many years later. So really enriching cultural experiences. Also, the food was wonderful. I must say, I do still miss the schnitzel in Germany and spätzle, but and miss a few of the other dishes as well in Europe. It was just really great.
Oh my God. Would you say you have a favorite place, or you don't want to play favoritism?
I would definitely say it's a really hard decision, but I think it would definitely be between Germany and England. I did like Germany because I speak German. I'm actually bilingual in German, which I really got the chance to speak over there, which was wonderful. But as a young person, and when I was in my early 20s, I found London very vibrant, a lot of activities, a lot of different sites, museums, castles, just a lot of things that you could do, and a lot of traveling, like, because it was a hub to travel to other places. So I found it was very, very fun, especially for somebody at the time. I was in my early 20s and just loved all the adventure. But Germany I also found really, really great as well, in terms of the culture, and the people there were so kind to me. So I had a great time in both places, I must say. So it's very hard to make a decision between the two.
Yeah, well, I mean, London probably being more cosmopolitan. I mean, I think Berlin is probably at par with London. Being, right? Because you spent time in Berlin too, did you know?
Yes, I had a good friend that I had met actually at MUN. He was he did teach German at MUN for one semester, and he actually was originally from Berlin. So actually, when I did visit Germany, when I was living in Hamburg, I did visit him in Berlin, and he showed me the city, and I found Berlin very, very, also a very lovely city. A lot to do, and I really liked the museums there, and I liked the art and everything. They had a lot of different art galleries, and it was just great.
So when you do the work terms in engineering, like you would go to school for one term, and then you go and do your work term, and then you come back for classes. Is that how it works with the engineering program?
Yeah, so you do one academic semester, and then following you'd have a work term. So normally people would do, I think, 5 to 6 work terms if you started within your first year, but I think you only had to do 4 for the program.
How do you get the work terms? Do you have to apply yourself, or do the professors help you, or student advisors, for students to know who are entering the program?
So for myself, my work terms in Europe, I actually did find, I found the one in Germany on my own. The one in London, I had a connection, so somebody who was actually in my class had done their work term there and gave me the email of their supervisor from there, and I reached out to them. The work term in Gatineau, that was actually through the co-op office. That one was provided, and I applied for it online, but the ones in Europe, I kind of approached myself and had to apply and look for myself.
So you do get some help if you need to.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Yeah. And how long would the work terms be normally?
Normally they would be 4 or 5 months, but it depends. There's some that are 3 months, but I think for the most part, all of mine were between 4 and 5 months.
Oh, wonderful. And look at the experience. And I know you well. And of course, through my daughter Renata, I think we've all been friends coming to 14 years now, right? You all met in 2011. So I know you've done a lot of traveling, and you've met a lot of people, not only here in Newfoundland from international places, but also in your travels, and you've had them come here to study, am I not right?
Oh,
so
yes.
A few, talk about that, the people you encouraged to come here to study.
So actually, just taking a step back, I actually did a high school in Germany. So I did an exchange. So I did my grade 12 in high school in Landsberg am Lech, which is an hour from Munich. And I actually had a house sister there, and recently she was singing here. So I actually got to see her here. She was singing in Newfoundland with her choir from Germany. So I got to see her again last summer, which was wonderful. But I also had some friends that I had met when I was doing a master's in Europe, in Belgium, and I had them pursue a PhD in engineering here in Newfoundland, which was great. So I had a friend from India and also a friend from Turkey who were my close friends when I was in Europe, and then they decided to come here to pursue a PhD, and which was a great experience for them to have an experience also in English-speaking country as well, as opposed to a European, and also Newfoundland is quite friendly too. So
yeah,
it was a really good experience.
And I think you guys, like you and mom and friends, you all spent time together, making them feel more comfortable here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, we took them around. We took them to the rooms, all the places downtown, George Street Fest when it was on.
Right.
We also took them to Carbonear, Brigus, just different places, Bay Roberts. I didn't get a chance to take them more out to the West Coast, but got a chance mostly in, within St. John's and outside.
And surrounding, like the metro areas close by. So, I mean, Alexandria, all in all, what I'm hearing is the experience in the program. And I know it's not an easy program, and I think that's what deters some people, that engineering is so hard, whatever. But look at the rewards and the benefits that it presented to you, the program, and you loved it. You enjoyed being in the program.
Oh yes, and I think for me a big part of the program was getting the opportunity to meet different people from different countries, and to also travel as well. But you can do also work terms in Canada as well. I think with my program at the time there was more opportunity for international travel. I'm not sure what it's like now. Maybe it's the same, but that was quite years ago. That I think over 10 years ago that I did my co-op. So
you're right. Like with the global economy, the way it is now, I think a lot of things have changed for travel, for jobs, and I think some students are finding it a little difficult. Do you know if...
I think with COVID that changed things as well, because I think there was a lot of online learning, and that probably changed the environment as well.
Okay.
And stuff. I'm not sure during COVID, I'm not familiar myself if there were more. There's obviously a lot of measures in place during that time because for safety reasons, probably for different countries as well.
For sure, yeah. I mean, we were very strict here in Newfoundland, and we did well, in containing the virus and not spreading it wildly. Like, I know some cases we couldn't help, but I think overall Newfoundland did well. Yeah. Now, before I let you go, because I know you've got meetings and stuff, what would you say to new students coming into the program? Well, what is your lesson to them, the takeaway?
I think my main lesson is don't be afraid. Always take on new challenges and never feel fear. I mean, I know things are scary at first, but always take that leap of faith and always try new things and try to learn new things. And definitely go with your gut feeling and try your best. And you can take on things that you probably didn't think you could take on, but you're always able to do them if you really set your mind and your whole self towards your goal.
Oh, thank you. That's a wonderful takeaway, my darling. I like that. Well, listen, I know that life is busy. You've got to head out. So we're going to put a nice tune on here, Jamaican Canadian, living right here in Newfoundland and Labrador. And this is Troyden Band.
I'm not asleep, I'm awake and working. I know just left. Whenever I see a mirror, I'm one, child number one. I'm wide awake, I can see right through ya. you think you're tough and bold, bend you like a broken window. Thought you win the battle, Jah won the war, and now I face the struggles lurking in the dark, like a thief in the night. The struggle keeps coming, but I'm not asleep. I'm awake and working. I know Jah is near. Whenever I see a mirror, I'm a one. Jah number one. Just through them knife, them see me here and them a say me dirty. My conscious in my rhymes and them a say me crazy. Me influence my lines so the youths them get the point. Make them know them have a choice of a true reality. I see something higher, shining like the sun, brighten up my way when the darkness comes. Like a thief in the night, the struggle keeps coming, but I'm not asleep. I'm awake and working, and I know Jah is near. Whenever I see a mirror, I'm a one. Jah number one. Jah number one. Like a thief in the night, struggle keeps coming, but I'm not asleep. I'm awake and working. I know Jah is near. Whenever I see a mirror, I'm a one. Jah number one. Get it?
All right, folks, that was Jamaican Canadian living right here in Newfoundland and Labrador, Croydon Bend. Listen, man, you guys, you all support him. He is just so fabulous. I love his music. He's living here now with his fiancée. He goes back and forth. He loves Newfoundland. He's usually at the Black Sheep or at the Rock House. So check him out, guys. Here is another one by the one and only Croydon Bend.
So is my voice. These words help you receive what's in my mind. Help us for a long live the King. Empress the name, Queen lives within. From the past and me can't forget. Everything happened for reasons so me not regret. While the leaders sweep the truth under the carpet, tell the people spread the news and expose it. Cause them not care about you. So know what you do. Be wise up in your mind. I pray higher than this deleted system where victims are blood and drinking every time. So me happy. Hey, Rastafari, long live the King. Empress the name, Queen lives within. Each time you wake, put love in your heart. Hygiene, put a positive in your thoughts. Research on the words and the language you talk. Cause there is so much that's untold from the past. When they tried to take out of our right the ras, the king had no fear when them big bomber blast. Behold the warning about them in contrast. A tree without a root is like a break without a fast. So me have faith. Hey, Rastafari, long live the King.
cause them can't come cage me. Mama Africa, me have to reach safely. Never defile and extinguish the truth. Teach history and love to the youth. Listen me.
Yeah, folks, that is Troyden Bent there. Our own Jamaican Canadian living in Newfoundland and Labrador. We certainly hope that you're liking the music. And as I told you, usually Troyden Bent, you could hear him at the Black Sheep or the Rock House and all the places around George Street and all of that. And do support him. His music is fantastic.
We live within.
Well, as you guys know, we gotta pick the pace up a little with Chevelle Franklin and Beanie Man. This is Dancehall Queen.
She's a dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight to check out my show, some place like dynamite. She's a dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight to check out my show, some place like dynamite.
So full of it, but you so clever. You still have to make a you design to be the dancer. If for me alone, I would have turned you in a me lover. Tell me what me near me want to knock you with me, ama. Then make me get back and drop ya, mass ya. First time me see you, me da walk in a maca. Now me see you when me want to burn up in a fire. All up in a front like a thinking filler with a girl ya wine to look like mama killer. One touch me, it burn me like pepper. But you the DJ, you turn me a la. Shevel no walk forever, you a la.
She is the dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight to check out my shop, the place like dynamite. She's a dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight to check out my shop, the place like dynamite.
Just a go on for the dancehall queen, who already grown up the one all of it. When the mother house when Miss Lady come in, then everybody starts screaming, saying, where the girl come from nobody don't know. She's a devil angel and she's a go-go. Is this girl human and she's a yo-yo? Ask me, I don't know, but all me know. When me get up down African star, me see bus, me see truck, me see bike, me see car. Night time come and video light it turn on. Her body start to alarm, can't
Watch me
keep
now,
calm.
she can't conk any session with a cute face and create enough heat in the place. And try not to touch a button. If you touch a button, shall I try and do you something? And go girl, for me not stop say so. Go girl, to the rhythm where I show. Go girl, to the place where I go. Go girl, she can't conk any session with a cute face and create enough heat in the place. And try not to touch a button. If you touch a button, shall I try and do you something? You just go girl.
The girl them skill arty. Chanda Paul, some give it to, some give it to, some give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Chanda Paul say, well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh. Because the girl them broke out on the floor. From you don't wanna work this performer. From you don't wanna man where can't turn you on. Girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, nah. Eat no yam, no steamed fish, nah, no green banana. But down in Jamaica, we give it to you hot like a sauna. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh. Bump expose and girl, you got the chest out. But you know we start, cause girl, you impressed out. And if it is out of me, if it is out, cause I got the remedy for make you de-stress out. Me have a flat to become a God bless out. And girl, if you want it, you have to confess out. And a life where we need set speed, if it is to my chest out. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Girl, know some crazy now. This straight drop it and a Bridget and flavor show. Time for we make baby now. To stop boy like you, I get shady, yo. Woman, don't play me now, cause I'm a fits and fat, not greedy, yo. My loving is the way to go. My loving is the way to go. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. When they roll with a player like me, with a brother like me, girl, there is no other. No need to talk it right here, just park it right here, keep it undercover. Come in love how you fit in your blouse and you fat in your jeans, I'm a wild discover. Everything about you, baby girl, can you hear when me utter? Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Because the girl them broke out on the floor. From you don't wanna work this performer. From you don't wanna man where can't turn you on. Girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, nah. Eat no yam, no steamed fish, nah, no green banana. But down in Jamaica, we give it to you hot like a sauna. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom.
All right, my beautiful folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope so far you guys are having an awesome time. We are actually, and I want to thank Alexandria for coming in. We just sort of did it at the spur of the moment. You know, we were kind of sitting in the food court, and I'm like, you know what? Alexandria, come into the studio. Let's talk a little bit. I'm sure there's students there who are listening that were certainly inspired by what Alexandria had to say. And you know what? I have somebody else coming in a little bit later, so stay tuned. Don't go away. You're going to want to hear this other gal talking, and we're going to just have a grand old time, okay, folks? So listen, we're going to take a short break, and we are going to be right back. Stay with us.
You're listening to Don't Touch That Dial.
It's my turn. Campus and community radio stations are committed to fair play. We want to hear your voice. Visit this station to find out how you can volunteer, meet inspiring women, play women's music, attend training sessions, and develop skills for media careers. Play fair, tune in, and drop by this station. Be the change you want to hear. This message was brought to you by Women's Hands and Voices, an initiative of the National Campus and Community Radio Association. Check out our website at ncra.ca/women.
Every second, someone flees their home due to natural disasters. The Arctic ice that regulates our planet's weather is vanishing. That means floods, famine, and more are on the rise. But there's a simple solution, and you have the right to know. My name is Parvati. Please join me in creating a healthy future with MAPS, the Marine Arctic Peace Sanctuary. Get involved at parvati.org, parvati.org. It literally means the world.
This is the social media news. I'm your friend's kid brother. My classmate Jeff told me that immigrants are coming to Canada to steal our toys. Jeff also says he has a tattoo, but the tattoo artist made him swear not to show anyone. Jeff is so cool.
Social media isn't journalism, so why does our government give billions to social networks while Canadian newsrooms die out? Visit friends.ca to learn more. Authorized by Friends of Canadian Broadcasting.
Tune in to Modern Jazz Today, a weekly show that focuses on today's jazz improvisers and creators, cutting their teeth and cutting the edge of sound. Join us as we explore what's new, what's groundbreaking, and where it's happening. Mondays from 2 to 4 p.m. on CHMR 93.5 FM.
Are you the kind of person who yells at the radio, "Don't tell me about the artist, I don't care where they grew up, just play the song"? If that's the case, then don't listen to my program. I'm Ivan Emke. On my show, Roots and Branches and Beyond, I like to explain where the sounds come from. So if you'd like to know a bit about what you're listening to, every Saturday morning at 11, CHMR 93.5 FM, music that knows where it's from.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you feeling stuck in your current music rotation?
Feel like you're searching for something new and don't know where to start?
Let us set you up. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Christina.
And we're the hosts of Blind Date on CHMR, a show where you meet a new album and we pay the bill.
Every Monday, we take turns picking albums for the other person to ultimately see if it's love at first listen.
Join us for all the fun every Monday night at 9 p.m. right here on CHMR 93.5 FM, Newfoundland's only alternative.
You're listening to Campus and Community Radio in St. John's. This is 93.5 CHMR FM.
Hi, this is Roland Skinner, the host of Jig's Dinner, reminding you to join me this Sunday at 1 p.m. for lots of great Newfoundland, Irish, and Celtic music. Request lines are always open at 701-2434. The area code is 709.
Folks, you know that is your cue for something cricket. So today again, I actually had this book with me. It's a book entitled Derek Walcott, which, as you know, is one of the great Caribbean cricketers, and it is written by Robert D. Hamner. And you know, there is just so much in here that I thought I'll just pick a really beautiful excerpt from one of the chapters, and this is the fourth part of a chapter called Another Life, Dreams and Revolutions, 1967 to 1973. In a powerful way, Walcott fulfills that encyclopedic function in Another Life. an autobiographical account of his childhood and early career as a poet. In spite of its evident foundation in personal experiences, there is no self-centered egotism involved. Rather, the impulse of the poem derives from universal resonances within particular events that obtain coherence in the presence of a recording intelligence. This is not to say that the verse is cold or without feeling, but that an admirable balance is achieved between emotional response and aesthetic distance. A measure of Walcott's advancement over the years can be made by comparing Another Life with the poem that he once designated as its prototype, Epitaph for the Young, 1949. Whereas the earlier work can be described as overall self-conscious, as a pastiche of half-digested allusions and borrowed styles, Another Life is fully mature, its tone equally assured, whether the perspective is profoundly reflective, gliding easily into wry self-mockery, or mounting to sharp effective.
Are you ready?
Well, all original cricket for the all West Indian and way for the Iron Man. Got them have some little put together team around the world. I talk about them more contest the big WI. I don't tell you. Yeah, where they come from? Where they come from? Way for the all. Way for the world.
What island we come from? Answer the call. Come let me show them. Come rally on. What island we come from? Answer the call. Show them we culture. Come rally on.
I should have want to play cricket, but you take all them wicked. Any team test, you know we're going to wreck it. And we batsman, them all select it. 6 or a 4, you know we're going to make it. And him goal LBW. Him want to make a run and we bowl him for ducks. Bowl him for ducks and him run out of luck. West Indies will get the goal cup. Yeah.
What we come from? Answer the call. Come let me show them. Come rally on. What island we come from? Answer the call. Show them we culture.
Show them how you just do it. Yeah. Come wine, show me you want it.
I'll see you whenever you feel
don't
it.
Make them know.
This is we time.
On the ball and we'll get the sticks. We get the sticks and the people.
It's a glorious hit. Not the first one that he's hit. Played some lovely shots. Marlon Samuel brings up this 50. 54 of 46. The strike rate steadily improving. And drilled. And again he doesn't get the Yorker right. This has been a superb innings from Samuels. Let's go. Real asset. They know this day, know this night. It's just a flick. Just a flick off his feet. Marlon Samuels. Gone way into the stands. Just look at the way he removes himself to get this. He's hit that one hard. There's a fielder down there that's going to be out caught. Yep, another one out. They can't hit sixes, can they? Here's the throw in, trying to go offside. Finding the edge of Badri's fingers.
I should have want to play cricket, but you take all them
turn around in this match. The dances are coming out.
6 or a 4, you know we're going to make it. And him goal LBW. He want to make a run and we bowl him for ducks. Bowl him for ducks and him run out of luck. West Indies to get the goal cup.
Not far enough, I don't think. Not far enough, comfortably. And Samuels adds something to the wickets column. match. Keep it clean.
And the people love it. And him ball and we lick it before. Lick it before and the ball on more. So we think like actually Pakistan, Sri Lanka and the Australian. One to the team from down India. Close up the coast.
This is the moment. It is the moment. The West Indies have won the 2012 World T20. 47 runs to Magic.
If you're ready to get on board, say yeah. If you're ready to wave your flag, say yeah. If you're ready to show them how, say yeah. So jump, bossy, wave, bossy, jump. Taylor, we come from answer the call. Come, let me show them. Come round the yard.
I'm done here.
Taylor, we come from answer the call. Let me culture. Come rally on. What Taylor we come from? Answer the call. Come let me show them. Come rally on. What Taylor we come from? Answer the call. Let me culture. Come rally on.
Hello, my beautiful people. Oh my gosh, that was a real nice little cricket segment, you know. But listen, we're going to take a short break and then we're going to come back and I have a surprise in the studio for you. Well, I'm going to give you a little cue. I have Manar Shahabuddin in the studio here with me. She's going to come on in the second hour and we have just got a beautiful story to tell you. So listen, guys, don't go away. Sit tight and we are going to be right back. Stay with us, please.
This is 93.5 CHMR FM.
This is a CHMR Top of the Hour news break.
I'm Maggie Fenton. What's happening on campus? Science Rendezvous 2025 is coming up this Saturday. Enjoy a free, fun-filled day learning about everything STEM. There will be lots to see and do in science, engineering, and technology, with over 25 exhibitors taking part from Memorial University and our local community. It is a jam-packed event that you don't want to miss. It's happening this Saturday, May 10th from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. in the Core Science Facility atrium and laboratories. Parking is free and available in the parking garage across from the Core Science Facility. Science Rendezvous 2025 is presented by Memorial's 100th Anniversary Fund, the Faculty of Science, and the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science. In local news, police have charged 3 people in connection with the largest fentanyl seizure in the province. As a result of the investigation, 24-year-old Emma Murphy and 29-year-old Martin Marks combined face almost 85 manufacturing, possession, trafficking, and weapons-related charges. 27-year-old Chris Somerton was charged with trafficking, possession for the purpose of trafficking, and possession of property obtained by crime. All 3 will appear in court at a future date. The RNC confirmed the seizure contained more than 500 grams of fentanyl, more than 500 grams of methylfentanyl, and more than 250 grams of fentanyl and other fentanyl analogs. Other drugs seized include over 950 grams of cocaine, over 300 grams of crystal meth, and over 2,000 prescription pills. Residential searches also resulted in the seizure of guns, drug manufacturing equipment, cell phones, and almost $50,000 in cash. From the CHMR Sports Desk with sports from Harold Hardman, in the NHL playoffs second round, game 1 last night, Edmonton doubled Vegas 4-2. Zach Hyman scored the winner for Edmonton. Carolina edged Washington 2-1 in overtime on Jacob Slavin's winner. Tonight, Toronto hosts Florida. Toronto leads the series 1-0, and in Game 1, Winnipeg hosts Dallas. In the NBA playoffs last night, Indiana edged Cleveland 120-119 and leads the series 2-0. Golden State defeated Minnesota 99-88 to take Game 1 in that series. In Major League Baseball last night, The Toronto Blue Jays gave up 6 runs in the 9th inning and lost 8-3 to the Los Angeles Angels. George Springer and Anthony Santander homered for the Jays. The Professional Women's Hockey League playoffs get underway tonight when the Toronto Scepters take on the Minnesota Frost in a best-of-5 series. The other series between Montreal and Ottawa gets underway tomorrow night. The inaugural 2025 World Junior Mixed Doubles Curling Championships is underway in Edmonton, Alberta. Team Canada, Nick Codner from Torbay, and Dominique Viver from Ontario lost its first game to South Korea and will play Romania today. There are 29 teams competing. In local arts and entertainment news, coming up on Sunday, May 11th at the Rooms at 2 p.m., it's Mother's Day Tunes and Tea with Jackie Sullivan. Celebrate Mom with an afternoon to remember, a special Mother's Day performance with Jackie Sullivan and Crystal McCarthy. Treat your mom or a special mother figure in your life to an unforgettable performance. Award-winning singer-songwriter Jackie Sullivan from Newfoundland's musically rich Southern Shore will delight with her songs, stories, and spirit of adventure. Included for the afternoon is a live musical performance, freshly served tea and coffee, a delicious scone with thick cream and jam, stunning views overlooking the Narrows, gallery admission, and a special takeaway treat. Reserve your seat by contacting Visitor Services at 709-757-8090. Please include the number in your party when booking. Limited seating is available. That wraps up your news break for Thursday, May 8th, 2025. I'm Maggie Fenton. Have a great day, and thank you for tuning into CHMR FM. Now, here's your weather from CHMR Chief Meteorologist James Follett.
Hello, folks. Well, for today, mostly cloudy skies with spotty drizzle and showers. Fog along parts of the coast. Breezy winds from the southwest at 25 to 35 kilometers per hour, gusting to 50. A warm and humid day today with highs near 18 degrees, feeling like 22 with the humidex. For tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies with patchy drizzle and a few showers. Fog developing this evening and spreading inland. Breezy southwest winds, 20 gusting to 40 early this evening, then becoming light near midnight, lows near 3 degrees. For tomorrow, lots of clouds, patchy morning drizzle and fog. Fog clearing near noon. Winds becoming northerly early in the morning at 15 to 20 kilometers per hour, then switching to the northwest at 15 to 20 late in the morning. A much colder day with the sea breeze hammering the coast, highs near 5 degrees. For CHMR Weather, I'm CHMR Chief Meteorologist James Follett. Have a great Thursday.
This has been a CHMR Top of the Hour news break.
Run it! This one the hit, yo. Lady Sarojini. Bless up everyone. This is Jordan Ben from Jamaica here representing for the host, Lady Sarojini with the Caribbean Connection Show. Hey, Power 93.5 FM CHMR 11.
I'm another criminal, so get on your searching. But let me tell you though, if you never know, I'm an island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in my bed.
Hi, this is Vinod from New York City, and you're listening to Sarojini on the Caribbean Connections.
I like I let go, yeah. Your bumper is a magnet. I stick on like a magnet. A magnet.
Yeah, it's magnetic. Join Sarojini on Caribbean Connections, Thursdays at 1. Walk through the sands with poetry from our great leaders and academics. Jive with us to soca, reggae, chutney, and calypso. Get your current cricket results, meet special guests, and more. Every Thursday, 11:30 Eastern, 1 p.m. Newfoundland time.
Hey, my beautiful folks. Welcome to Caribbean Connections. And guess what? This is the second hour. Our program, folks, go from 1 o'clock to 3 p.m. And I want to thank you all for joining me here, listening on the island of Newfoundland and Labrador, Toronto, Winnipeg, Regina, Saskatoon, Calgary, Vancouver, Maple Ridge, and on the Sunshine Coast in beautiful British Columbia, crossing over to New York, Connecticut, Washington, D.C., Texas, California, of course, New Delhi, India, Berlin, Germany, Egypt, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Ghana, the Netherlands, and to my brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. What's happening, y'all, in Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Kitts and the Nevis, the U.S. Virgin Islands, the British Virgin Islands, Barbados, Belize, the Bahamas, and to all of you whom I haven't mentioned, welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, we still love y'all, and I am the host of this awesome program, Caribbean Connections. I want to thank you all for tapping in today. It really means a lot to me. And we have a special impromptu guest here with us, Manar Shahabuddin. So don't go away. Stay tuned. We're going to have some wonderful Mother's Day music coming up. And we are going to have a beautiful chat with Manar. And this is Sparrow. And this is Mother's Love.
Should hide their face the way they treat them mothers at this place. In this place, certain men should hide their face the way they treat them mothers at this place. Neglect the old lady for donkey years when she dead. They shedding crocodile tears and spending money like hell to buy a casket big like Hilton Hotel. But when their mother was alive, they didn't know she then. Use nightclubs and brothel, the money used to spend. They used to carry on, but now that she is gone, them hypocrites does weep and mourn. Well, if you are lucky and still have your mommy, remember what Sparrow said. Forget them jagabats and all them Jezebel and make sure your mommy okay. Some of them drunk in the street and mama have nothing to eat. Buying company, every day they in a spree and the mommy belly empty. I know a man one night joined his wife to cuss his mother. 2 weeks later he end up in career. When she dead he start to moan and shout, I wish the dead could have wake up and bust it down out. When his mother was in need, he didn't dare heed, and she had to eat the bread the devil need. It was so unfair, I mean a postcard once a year to pretend you're so sincere. No, she don't need a lot, just give her what you got, whether you're rich or you're poor. I say, only on a birthday should not be the way, every day should be Mother's Day. that you owe her the respect that all good mothers should get. You got to make it a point of duty. Try and see that she's always happy, not like those who just pay the bill, only to make sure that their name come out in the will. You drove her out her mind, you treated her unkind. How could you be so blind to leave mama to bind the pain she had to bear to bring you safely here, and now you don't really care. You treated her crude, and for your ingratitude, someday you will have to go. Because retribution meets every man who treats his mommy that way. My friend, tell me, why do you pretend to remember your mother then? Why do you mourn when she's buried all alone and no longer can she return? The Lord above will take care of her up there, but your obligation lies right here. It's unkind to leave her.
Folks, I hope you're enjoying this segment here of some Mother's Day love. And we have got Manar Shahabuddin in the studio here. We're going to have a great chat. As I said, it was just impromptu. We were in the food court, we were talking, and you're going to hear about all the wonderful things she's done in campus, and you're going to hear a lot more, and we're going to play more Mother's Day music, so don't go away. Stick around. All right, that was Sparrow and Mother's Love. Welcome back, everybody. We're so happy that you've joined us today here on Caribbean Connections, www.chmr.ca. And today we're broadcasting live on the campus of Memorial University in the warm city today of St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. So folks, as I told you earlier, we have the beautiful, the brilliant, the awesome Manar Shahabuddin in the studio here with us. So Manar, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Sarojini. I'm really happy to be here.
You're welcome. And this was all impromptu, as I said to our guest, like Alexander, we were just talking and we didn't have it all planned. And I'm like, hey, Manar, come on down. So, Manar, I know you've been here for a little while. I know you're in the program of humanities and social sciences and studying communication. So, hey, listen, instead of me talking about you, I'm going to have you tell us something about yourself.
Yeah, so I am in the HSS department faculty. I'm doing the Communications and Media Studies program, and also a minor in sociology, hopefully aiming for a certificate in criminology as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Bangladesh. I came to Canada, and I first, I directly came to Newfoundland. I didn't live anywhere else in Canada. In 2016. I started my degree around 2018.
Okay.
And I'm looking to graduate next year.
Awesome. Now, why Newfoundland and Labrador of all the places in Canada? And not to say you shouldn't have, but I'm curious, and I know our guests, some of them might be, why Newfoundland and Labrador?
Well, the plan at that time, I came in 2016. At that time, I feel like a lot of people, not just in Bangladesh, but in South Asia overall, were coming to Canada because there were a lot of different immigration pathways. Canada was really focusing a lot more on multiculturalism at that time, as I guess Justin Trudeau was the newer prime minister, and he had a huge focus on that. And also Memorial University, they have a recruiting program, and they actually did come to my high school in Chittagong, Bangladesh.
Oh my goodness, back in 2016, right?
They came in 2015, I guess, but yeah.
Wow, yes, fantastic, yes, and we know that, right? They're quite active in recruiting students from Bangladesh.
Definitely, So, affordable tuition was definitely one of the reasons. And yeah, I thought that it would be nice. I do have relatives around Canada, but I didn't have any in Newfoundland. So I kind of wanted to, start completely on my own. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Now, I'm curious because I really haven't, pardon me, in depth with people, talk in depth about how do they carry on the recruiting?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, basically, they just came. We were told by our teachers in high school that in our homeroom teacher, because I went to an American high school in Chittagong, Bangladesh, and the homeroom teacher was like, "Okay, so today we'll have people from this university coming in and giving you a presentation about why you should go to their university when you start your post-secondary education." So yeah, I think one or two people came in and they gave a presentation. They answered our questions. A lot of my classmates were like not serious about it. They were like just asking like maybe like haha kind of questions. But I was listening and it was in the back of my mind.
Right.
Yeah, so to be fair, I wasn't thinking very seriously at that time about university myself, but it was there in the back of my mind.
What grade were you in when you were talking to them?
So I guess it may have been 11th or 10th grade.
Right. So that would be like the age you would be considering university or post-secondary education. Yeah. So did you know anybody in Newfoundland?
Somehow, not when I was first coming here. Somehow my parents having a very wide social network. Somehow my mom did find some like people she knew, like friends of friends, acquaintances. Some people, one or two families she knew distantly through her other connections. But that was like more in my second or third year. When I first came here, really, I didn't know anyone.
Wow. So I am curious. And I have heard from many folks, but for our listeners, how did you navigate the system? Like, who picked you up? Who brought you here? What did you do? Getting a place to stay, shopping, all of that.
Yeah, so when I first came here, I had opted for the airport pickup by the internationalization office on campus. And somebody did pick me up. I'm still in touch with her.
So listen to that, folks. You're not stranded. Internationalization office. Okay, that's a real thing. Okay?
Yes.
All right, continue, Manar.
Yes, so they picked me up. They gave me some like guidebooks and everything about on campus. And I was living in residence, actually. I was living in Peyton College, which is like the old residence.
Right.
And I was... so actually another thing is my aunt who was staying in Mississauga at that time.
Okay.
She obviously there's no direct flight to Newfoundland yet from Bangladesh, so there were a couple of transits in the middle, and Toronto was one of the transits, and my aunt joined me from Mississauga. So she came with me, my mom's cousin, who's just 12 years older than me.
Okay.
So she's more like a friend to me. She always has been. So she came here to like help me settle in for the first 2 to 3 days.
Oh, that is fantastic. And I don't think people realize, and I know a lot of Canadians travel and they've lived and studied abroad and worked, and a lot of Newfoundlanders born here have also done that. But people, I think some people don't realize the challenges that you face. So tell us a few of these hard challenges and how you got around them and you navigated a way, a pathway to sort of feel comfortable.
Yeah, of course. One big challenge that I noticed immediately the day I landed was the weather, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm from Bangladesh. There's no snow in Bangladesh. It's a very tropical country. And especially the city I lived in, it's a port city like St. John's, Chittagong. So Chittagong, actually, my entire life I've seen Chittagong be very humid. Our winters don't, maybe I felt cold then, but when I went back for winter once back home, it felt like summer to me now, having been here for many years, right?
Yeah.
So our winters don't really get cold because there's no snow in Bangladesh. So the weather definitely was a big challenge. The wind factor was a really big challenge.
So who helped you buy your winter gear? How did you know what to get and all of that?
Yeah, so I did bring some from Bangladesh actually. So a lot of these brands actually have a couple of showrooms and stuff in Bangladesh. So I did bring one winter jacket from Bangladesh just in case.
I thought you may have to go on Amazon and order it to get shipped there or something. Yeah.
So I did bring one, and I did bring a bunch of sweaters and stuff from there too.
Okay.
But yeah, my aunt did take me around, because I mean, my aunt studied in Halifax, and then she was working in Ontario.
Okay.
So she could understand that the culture of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland might be similar stores and stuff around. So she took me around, and we got stuff like bedding, groceries not so much, because we had dining hall and when I was living on rest.
Correct, yes.
But things I needed for the room, shoes, everything. Yeah, she did help me a lot.
Oh, wonderful. Now, I know there is a large Bangladeshi community here.
Yes.
In mostly in St. John's.
Yeah.
So how did you connect with folks? Were you in the need to go and find people from home at that time?
So I wouldn't say I sought out just Bangladeshis in my first year.
Mm-hmm.
I was living on rest. I was friends with my roommate who was from Stephenville. I had a lot of friends who were Canadian or Newfoundlander, actually, because I was pretty close friends with my friends who lived on residence with me. And at that time, for some reason, I guess, definitely not in my residence, there weren't many South Asians in the residence I lived in, or even around. There weren't that many.
Okay.
We were a minority. I think it's changed now.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah.
So, I mean, basically, like, you just saw a kindred spirit or friendship in the people around you, regardless of where they were from.
Yes.
So all you wanted was to have like a warm feeling, feel at home. And I mean, like your friend from Stephenville, she would probably know more about what's going on and probably helped you a lot too.
Yes,
right?
definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So that first year, I mean, there is just so much to do, so much to contemplate on. What do I do first? Laundry, shopping, keeping the place clean. I mean, a lot of students, if they've lived at home up to that point before they hop on the plane to come to Canada, mommy and daddy, and if they have hired help, are doing this for them. So how did you manage to coordinate your study schedule, your work schedule, if you were working part-time, because I know students are given a work permit, and keeping the house clean and all the other chores?
Yeah, it was definitely very difficult. I was definitely in that same boat where I didn't really do much housework my entire life. We did have hired help in Bangladesh, which it's very common there. So yeah, it was definitely challenging. I remember getting really bogged down by the idea, like, okay, I have to pay for laundry, like, because we had those machines in residence.
Right.
And it was definitely a challenge. It was a good thing that I didn't have to cook, because we had dining hall, but the dining hall food, you can get sick of it. No matter where you're from, you can get sick of it within the first month, I say, if I'm being generous.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of different things. I was very overwhelmed. I didn't think I would be homesick, because I was excited to leave home. But no, I got very homesick. I would say I had a pretty difficult first year.
Yeah. Did you, I mean, with the technology out there, FaceTime, WhatsApp, Messenger, texting, did you utilize any of these apps to keep in touch with families, Skype and Zoom and all of that?
Yes, definitely. We did do that pretty often. We had a group chat for the four. So I have a younger brother, and then it's my parents. We had a group chat for the four of us. And we did try to stay in touch as much as possible. But again, it's a big time difference as well. So it wasn't easy to always navigate that.
What's the time difference between Newfoundland and Bangladesh?
So without daylight savings, I think it's like 8.5 hours.
Wow, so almost an entire day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When we're finishing, they're going off there sleeping in bed or something, right?
Yeah, so it was very difficult, especially because it's not like my parents are like sitting at home just waiting for me to call. They were busy too. They were both working at that time. So yeah, we were all very busy, and I guess this is very common amongst South Asians, is that when you're going through something, you reach out a little later. You don't reach out right away.
Okay,
so
right.
I was going through a lot, so I didn't always feel very comfortable sharing every detail with my family because I didn't want to worry them. Yeah.
But I'm sure Mom and Dad and your close friends wanted to know how you were doing. So did you reach out to your friends? I mean, sometimes we tell our friends more than we tell our parents. So did you share some of your ups and downs and how you were feeling this first year with them, and how did they react? Did they help you?
Yeah, definitely. I reached out to my friends here. I reached out to my friends who were still in Bangladesh as well, because my very close friends at that time were still in Bangladesh, or they were studying somewhere else in Canada or the UK or something like that. So yeah, I reached out to friends first, definitely.
Right.
Even then, I guess at that time I was the kind of person who would try to figure it out first and then tell people later. I've learned now.
And I mean, we all do it. I'm guilty of that too, but I'm older than you by far.
Yes.
So I've been through all of that, and I know that sometimes we cannot keep it all in. Like, even if you don't tell everything, like, try and reach out. And for folks listening and students who are new, it's not a bad thing to say, I'm feeling down today. My mood is not good. And I mean, mental health and wellness is a very big thing. Many years ago, during my time at university, people didn't talk about that. It was sort of taboo to talk about your mental health. But here we've got the entire 5th floor in the university center for folks who are looking for help. You can go there, talk to a counselor, and you can go as regularly as you can. Do you know much about the Health and Wellness Center over there?
The Student Wellness and Counseling Center. So you actually, if it's just counseling and not physician services, you don't even need an MCP actually, which is the health insurance. You can just call in as long as you're a registered student in that semester, and they'll try to find an appointment for you. And sometimes they can be overbooked. So there are resources in the St. John's community as well for you, which are actually free. A lot of them are free. So the St. John's Women's Center has a lot of services. There's the LifeWise, Warm Line. I think the Jacob Podesta Foundation has some free counseling services. There's a wait list, obviously, because I guess it's a smaller community here. But I feel like if you're seeking out help, you will find it somewhere.
That's fantastic to know. And I mean, I spoke with one of the directors at the counseling center years ago, and I've seen students up there. Sometimes it's quite packed, but we want students to know that if you are new, and not even new, you're just having a rough period, like, don't keep it in. Don't feel you've got to conquer this on your own. It's not going to help you feel better if you're sitting at home down, depressed, worried about home life in general. So thank you for sharing that information. I certainly hope that students who are going through a rough time can reach out to the Student Wellness and Counseling. And as you said, you don't even need an MCP there. They will be able to help you. It's no physician services. You wouldn't get medication or anything like that there. You may have to be referred to at a later time, which I believe you will need an MCP at that time.
An MCP for physician services,
Right.
yeah.
But if you just want to talk to someone
Yeah.
to ease the pain, just sort of realize you are not in this alone. And I'm
Definitely.
sure you've heard a lot from people in similar situations.
Yes, definitely, yeah. And
Right?
another thing is, I would say if you're in a position to like help your friends if they're going through something, yeah, it doesn't hurt to check on them, like genuinely try to have an authentic conversation and ask what's really going on with them, give them a judgment-free space, because I mean, it takes a push sometimes to take that step to go to counseling if it's something that's been taboo in your culture for a while.
Exactly, and I know too in the South Asian culture, including the diaspora, like
Yes.
the Caribbean, the Fijis,
Yeah.
and all the places where South
Yeah.
Asians have migrated to, East Africa and all of that. Even now, it's still taboo. People are coming out a lot more, even in the Caribbean as well, Guyana
Yeah.
included, and they're not feeling they will be judged. I guess you sort of felt that
Yeah.
back home. People judge you. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what's going on? You
Yeah.
know?
I think it's gotten better now, even back
Yeah.
home, I would say in Bangladesh. But yeah, I guess, to me, ultimately, I had to realize, it took years, definitely.
Right.
I had to realize that the only people that really matter, like, in terms of what they think of you is just your family, right? So yeah, if you're wasting energy communicating with someone, communicate with them.
Correct, yeah. Like your family knows you better than anyone else. And I'm
Yeah.
sure from just your words and how you talk
Yeah.
to them, and if they see you on a FaceTime, they might be able to tell, like,
Yes,
what's
definitely.
going on there. But hey, listen, Manar, we will come back to
Yes.
this awesome conversation. We will take a quick break to hear some beautiful promos and ads and all of that. And we'll come back and have an amazing conversation, all right?
Okay.
So sit tight. And for all you folks out there, sit tight. We'll be back shortly, so stay with us.
Are you the kind of person who yells at the radio, "Don't tell me about the artist, I don't care where they grew up, just play the song"? If that's the case, then don't listen to my program. I'm Ivan Emke. On my show, Roots and Branches and Beyond, I like to explain where the sounds come from. So if you'd like to know a bit about what you're listening to, every Saturday morning at 11, CHMR 93.5 FM, music that knows where it's from.
Old man marking. Look what you've done. You've tuned in to CHMR Fridays at 1. And folks say that I am a mark. Don't walk or run. To your radio, go and play, 'cause ring the fun. With your host, fanboy, Mac Jabroni. Fridays at 1, Fridays at 1. There's news and music galore. Fridays at 1, Fridays at 1. Bring us is total hardcore. Fridays at 1, Fridays at 1. Leading wrestling radio drive. Fridays at 1, Fridays at 1. I'm fanboy Mark Jabroni.
If you're a chronic nostalgic who loves the music of Newfoundland and Labrador, tune in to the Newfound Records Radio Hour on CHMR, Saturdays at noon. Join host Wayne Tucker as he shines a light on rare gems retrieved from the vinyl deeps and supplements the music of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s with a generous sprinkling of history and trivia. Relive all kinds of local music, traditional, folk, country, pop, rock, and everything in between. So whether you're a sentimental old-timer stuck in that vinyl groove, or a newbie eager to hear hard-to-find roots music of Newfoundland and Labrador, tune in to the Newfound Records Radio Hour on Saturdays at noon, where the unexpected is the norm.
Hey folks, welcome back to Caribbean Connections. My name is Sarojini and I am the host of this program every Thursday. Anywhere you are in the world, www.chmr.ca, 1 p.m. Newfoundland time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So we have Manar Shahabuddin in the studio here with us having the awesome conversation of her journey here in Newfoundland as a student and beyond. But listen, it's Mother's Day this weekend, and I am going to play a Caribbean soca Mother's Day love for y'all, and then we're going to come back and talk to Manar.
From the day I born to this present time, you did so much for me, I never asked for a dime. Sometimes I just wonder what could I really do for me to have been blessed with such a mother like you. So on this special day, there's something you should know, how much I appreciate all the love and care you show. And for that I love you more than words can say. With all my heart I wish you a happy Mother's Day. Mother, you're the one who brought me in this world. That is why to me, you are more precious than pearl. There is not a single day when I don't think of you. If it wasn't for you, mommy, I don't know what I'd do. So on this special day, there's something you should know, how much I appreciate all the love and care you show. And for that I love you more than words can say. With all my heart I wish you a happy Mother's Day. How can I ever explain what you mean to me? Yes, and how very proud I am that you are my mommy. I can search the world, but none can be like you. My loving mother, so devoted and so true. So on this special day, there's something you should know, how much I appreciate all the love and care you show. And for that I love you more than words can say. With all my heart I wish you a happy Mother's Day. I give praise and thanks to the Lord above for giving me a sweet mother filled with so much of love. What more do I need? Tell me, what else can I ask for? I have everything as long as I have you, mother. So on this special day, there's something you should know, how much I appreciate all the love and care you show. And for that I love you more than words can say. With all my heart I wish you a happy Mother's Day.
So, folks, in honor of Mother's Day, that was Soca Raja. And happy Mother's Day. Some nice Caribbean soca chutney music there for you. But listen, we are going to go back to the one and only Troyden Bend. And this is Island Man. And if you guys are finding that it's sounding familiar, Troyden did a promo for this show, sampling some tracks from this music from this track. So listen to the song in its entirety. This is Island Man by Troyden Bend.
If you never know, I'm an island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in, I'm a bad. You know the story. I am a Rastaman. Island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in, I'm a bad. You know the story. I am a Rastaman. Stop trying to stop my flow. I'm not illegal. Book fi do a show of foreign, so nobody tripping like a criminal. Rasta degree so credential. I use in the herb sacrament. It's the one in me, divine in the vine. So me give judge a praise every time. So me leave ya, figure perform away. Anywhere's a home away from home when we stay. Big up to the fans and when me meet a UK. I share the word, that judge I say. So no judge me by my image. Everybody got the privilege. London wood for the daughter. Make sure run for the water. An island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in, I'm a bad. You know the story. I am a Rastaman. An island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in, I'm a bad. You know the story. I am a Rastaman. Traveling the world, singing reggae music. It's a comfort to my soul. Spreading positivity. This is what we need in the communities. You say the children are the future. Make we show them where we mean. Rasta show love from in the past. Them say we are black heart and an outcast. Oh no, don't judge me by my image. Don't judge me by my image. Don't judge me by my image. Don't judge me by my. I'm an island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in, I'm a bad. You know the story. I am a Rastaman. An island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in, I'm a bad. You know the story. I am a Rastaman. Yeah.
Folks, that was Troyden Bend, an island man. I certainly hope you guys are having a wonderful time here. And we have Manar here in the studio. Manar, welcome back again.
Yes, glad to be back.
Awesome. So we were having an awesome conversation, talking about you coming here to not only Canada, but Newfoundland and Labrador and St. John's.
Yeah.
And for people who are listening and don't know, we are an island.
Yes.
In the Atlantic Ocean, the North Atlantic. So
yes.
The weather here can be pretty bad at times. And we are resilient people, because let me tell you, when we have wind, Manar, do we not have wind?
Yes.
The wind can literally blow you away here in Newfoundland, right?
It has happened to me.
Oh, but I know, and to me too. You literally have to hold on to something, right?
Yeah.
So now that you've been here in Newfoundland and in Canada for a while, a few years, I want to know, how are you feeling? What are the things you've done on campus? I know you've been active. Tell us a bit about the span of your life.
Yeah, so to be honest, it's been it's been almost a decade now. It's going to be 9 years this fall
Mhm.
since I first came to Newfoundland. And I feel like in my first couple of years, I didn't do anything like that I could put on a resume. I didn't do much. I worked part-time, and that was about it.
Mhm.
I think I started doing more maybe in 2022 or 2021, and I
Mhm.
think most of what I've done has been in the last 4 years or so.
Mm.
Until then, I was focused a lot more on school, and also like just surviving, I guess. I think I
Mhm.
did go through a pretty rough time in terms of like the adjustment, and there were a lot of things. I did have troubles with my mental health as well, and I was glad for the resource that the Student Wellness and Counseling Center has been, as well as other counseling facilities in the community outside campus. So yeah, I think I did have a rough patch, but
Mhm.
I started thriving more maybe in
Mhm.
2022, and since then I guess I have done a lot. We're at CHMR FM now, the radio station.
Mhm.
I used to co-host Campus Connect, which is another show
Right.
on CHMR FM. I used to newsread for them as well.
Mhm.
I've written a couple of articles and done a bunch of content for the Muse, which is the Memorial University student editorial.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, actually I covered the St. John's International Women's Festival for them once.
Oh, that's fantastic. So
Yeah.
how did you get involved in these things? What prompted you? What was the impetus, and how did you go about so that folks who want to get involved, this is
Yeah.
what you have to do?
Yeah, I guess at that time I was looking for a lot of opportunity, because I felt like it started to hit me that I haven't really done much since I came here. I mean, in terms of extracurriculars, and I felt the need to I guess step up in a way. I was seeking out different opportunities. It also helps if you have different interests. I feel like I have a lot of different interests. Definitely, as a communications and media studies student, journalism is definitely one of them. So
Mhm.
I've done radio journalism for the CHMR FM as well as CBC. I freelanced for them for a bit in 2023, as well as written journalism, which is like print journalism.
Okay.
I've volunteered a lot in the community on campus and off campus.
And what
actually.
are some of the things you've done off campus volunteering?
So there is, I don't know if many people know about it, but there is an organization called End Sexual Violence NL. So I've used to volunteer with them on their helpline.
Okay.
Besides that, I've volunteered for another arts festival, which is the Holdfast Festival.
Mhm.
A couple of things here and there. I was on Mun Saga, which is a club under Mansu.
Right,
which
I
is-
remember that.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
Mun Sexual and Gender Advocacy. So I served on the board of Mun Saga. Currently, I'm serving on the board of Mun Act, which is Mun Activist Circuit Transformation. We're not that
Mhm.
active yet, but hopefully that'll change from this semester.
Mhm.
Besides that, I performed at the multicultural show by the International Student Resource Center this
Oh,
year.
What did you do?
So there was a group of us, and we represented Bangladesh, and we danced to a Bangladeshi song.
Oh, I was there
Yeah.
this March.
This March,
we had
yeah.
it in the atrium
Yes,
in
yeah.
the new Health Sciences building.
Yeah, yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Manar, you certainly have done a lot, and you've been quite the activist.
Yeah.
And I mean, earlier you said you didn't think you had enough to put on your resume,
Yeah.
but my gosh, you have got, you've done the gauntlet of everything
Thank you,
now.
yeah.
You've gone through it all, and I'm very thankful and
Thank you so
grateful
much.
that you've opened up about your mental health, and
Yeah.
that anybody who wants help and going through a difficult time,
Yeah.
there certainly are resources out there. And
Definitely,
please,
yeah.
please, folks, reach out to anyone, you can call, I believe, 811
Yes.
or 911. If
I think it's 811
911 is more, I think,
Emergency.
the emergency line. If you
Yes.
feel you want to go that route,
Yeah.
you're in dire straits, certainly. But if you want to start with 811, and then they can guide you. So how are you feeling today, Manar? Now you've been in Canada a long time. You're pretty well Canadian now. And once you've lived in this province where you have to become very resilient and tough
Yes.
with the weather, how are you feeling, and where are you going from here? If you don't know, that's fine, but what are your hopes and dreams now going on from here?
Yeah, so hopefully I'll be graduating next April, in just about a year from now.
Okay.
I'm doing the summer semester right
Per-
now, the spring semester, which a lot of people don't do because they plan on working more. But at the end of my degree, so I'm just getting some courses done this semester as well. I'm possibly doing a communication studies internship, which is offered through the program. I'm still waiting to hear back on which company I'll be doing the internship with. Besides that, I plan on getting a lot more hiking and walking done and exploring St. John's, like in terms of the nature here this summer. I hadn't done that the last summer or the summer before that, but I do love hiking a lot. So I want to get more into that. Besides that, my plans after I graduate, I guess, would be to apply for my work permit and see how it goes. Definitely something in journalism, or even if it's business communications, something in my field I would like to.
And I mean, you have now very good experience. You've worked with the CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, which is like our national TV and radio company. And you've done so much here at MUN, Campus Connect. You've done the newsread. You've been a newsreader. And you've done now this you can add to your profile. And all the volunteerism that you've done, and don't you feel maybe all these events, all of the path that you have gone through to be here today, do you feel you're stronger for it?
Oh, definitely. I feel like I did face a lot of issues initially when I came here, not related to anything to the province itself, maybe certain people, but there are bad apples everywhere.
Yes, of course. We can't let them upset the apple cart. I've learned that.
Yes. So definitely, I definitely feel stronger, more secure within myself, definitely. And I know I'll definitely have issues in the future, but I feel like I have the tools now to overcome them and work through them.
Absolutely, and that's fantastic to hear. And I know here in Caribbean Connections, we do a lot of cricket stuff. So I know you've got a good connection to cricket because of your dad. You want to talk a little bit about it? We've got a few minutes left, but I'll give you a couple minutes to talk about that.
So my dad, he used to play national level cricket in Bangladesh. He played for many years. He's really into cricket. Obviously, he doesn't play anymore. He's like touching 60 now.
He's a young man still.
But he's cricket has always been a big thing in my household. I myself, maybe I like the culture of it. I like the culture of going to the stadium to watch matches and stuff. But personally, I don't understand it that much, the game itself.
Don't feel bad. I'm still learning.
Yes. So, besides that, definitely a very strong cricket connection through my dad. And we keep telling him to, coach cricket someday. I think he would be great.
Oh, absolutely. And we've got like about 7 or 8 teams here in Newfoundland Labrador, which when I learned a few years ago, I was actually surprised. But they're bona fide teams, and they've been going for a very long time, right? Do you go to any of the matches?
So I've been invited by friends who have played, but no, I don't think I've been yet. Yeah.
You should if you get the opportunity. And for anyone who listening who are cricket aficionados, they play at the Royal Canadian Air Force Field, which is over by the airport. It's a really big field. It's humongous. It's lovely. And if on a nice day you want something to, it would take a while to get there on a bus. So if you know somebody going, and you can get around, carpool with them. Manar, I want to thank you so very much for coming today. It was such a nice impromptu meeting we had, and for agreeing to come to the studio here on Caribbean Connections and talk a bit about your journey, your life to inspire all the students coming up and looking to do things and, making a life of their own in Newfoundland and Labrador, and seeing the challenges, the problems you can go through, and realizing we could do this. We got this. We could navigate the system. It's not the end of the world, folks. There's so many resources. So thank you very much again, Manar. And if there is one takeaway you want to leave with folks, well, what would it be?
Yeah, well, thank you so much again for having me on Caribbean Connections today, Sarojini. I'm really glad I could do this, and I had lots of fun actually. One last thing I would say is even when you feel like nobody else is, standing next to you, you should still figure out a way, even if you're alone, figure out a way to, stand up for yourself.
Exactly, a wonderful message. Thank you, Manar. I really appreciate you coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And folks, that brings us to the end of another segment of Caribbean Connections. And I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful, wonderful moms out there. I hope you're going to take a break this Mother's Day and go out and do something, have someone do things for you. We love y'all. We know how much mothers work. We know how hard they work. Please do something for yourself. I want to thank you all for tapping in today here on Caribbean Connections every Thursday here, 1 p.m. Newfoundland time. Please take care of yourselves, stay well, stay healthy, be kind to each other, folks. It doesn't cost anything at all. Please join us again next time. And we are going to sign off here with one of the Caribbean's hottest and most popular chutney singer, Sundar Popo. And this is A Mother's Love. Thank you for joining us today, and bye for now.
Things you do, child, you're born to regret. Your mother's love you never forget. The wrong things you do, child, you're born to regret. काम किया है वो दीवाना You may be the one they call the majesty. You may have been money in a large quantity. Don't be too proud to know whatever you may be. You may have been riches to comfort your soul, but your mother is the master key of this world. A mother's love should never forget. The wrong thing to do, child, you're born to regret. Never treat your mother bad, never make her sad. Make your mother happy and glad she'll never will.
This is 93.5 CHMR FM.